I may very well be the last person who sews indie patterns to sew the Lyra dress. I finished it a week ago. I did need to make some adjustments. I'm going to tell you all about them. Hi, I'm Christine. I finally got around to sewing the Lyra dress, and I chose this cotton poplin. I first thought it was a lawn. It's been in my stash for about a year. I love it. It is really a nice quality, and it's a lighter weight poplin. This is a Lady McElroy. It's called New York City Night, and it has very large, let me give you a little bit of a twirl. It has a very large scale print, and I wanted to make this because I've been wanting to make it, see what all the hype is about the Lyra. And I had some fabric, let me show you, that at first I was thinking of as a large scale print, but it's really a mixture of large and small scale, and the print repeat is large, more so than it being large scale. I absolutely love this fabric. This is my Minerva Brand Ambassador fabric for the past month, and it just really does appeal to me, this old world. And also these are good colors for me. So I thought I would try the Lyra out first in a fabric that I loved, but that wasn't the best color for me, and that's this New York City Night fabric. I love that it has the Empire State Building and these fashionable women on it, and it's just fun and different from anything you would see. I knew I wanted to make something for myself, even though black is not my best color, and I don't care. I wanted to make something out of this. I thought that the Lyra would be a pretty safe bet since it's an oversized shirt dress and so many people have sewn it and loved it. I ran into a few issues with it. I did cut out and sew the size according to my measurements. This is a size 10, and this is the size I have been sewing for myself lately in the Tilly patterns, and it doesn't fit great. I did remeasure myself before settling on a size 10 and thought, right, I can go with the size 10, it should be good. I ran into a few issues when it comes to the sleeves. I'm going to insert some video of before I made a little adjustment to it so that you can see how it didn't quite fit so well. If I went just by the pattern measurements, it should have been a perfect fit. And this is why we make muslins or toiles. The circumference measurements aren't everything because you could have more in the front or more in the back than the design was anticipated. The bust darts, all those things are adjustments you might need to make. I did lower the bust dart before I cut out the fabric. I'm very happy with where that falls, but I feel very restricted through my chest and through the back. Now there is additional fabric here. It is not overly tight, but I could use some more room. Before I made the adjustment to the dress, when I'd raise my arms, the dress would dramatically come up with it. It was that restricted. Now you can see I still have some restrictions here, but I didn't think I could do the adjustments necessary and still keep this wearable. I love the fabric. I will most certainly wear this dress and enjoy it. I love where it hits on me. I think it's going to be a great dress to wear in the heat. It stands away from the body. There's airflow. This fabric is so light. I really am going to enjoy it. I was a little puzzled at first how to make this more wearable. I sent out a text to several of my sewing friends, and while I waited on responses, I tried it on inside out and did a little pinching, and I felt like if I could take a little bit of fabric out of the sleeve cap, that it might give me a better range of motion. As I was manipulating the fabric and pinning it, I got a message from Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews. She's a very dear friend of mine, and she said that she thought if I took some fabric out of the sleeve cap, it would fit. So I messaged her back. That's what I'm doing. I'll let you know how it works out. I got a message later from a friend of mine who is an exquisite seamstress, probably the best seamstress of anybody I even know of. She's so talented. And she pointed out several things that were going on with the dress from what she could tell from both the photo I sent her and the little video. And it looks like I need a full bust adjustment, possibly a fleshy back adjustment because the dress pulls to the back. And there was one other one. And she also offered that she would help me in making those adjustments to the pattern. I gotta be honest with you, my first response was to be like, nah, I'm just gonna take a pass on this pattern and just say not for me and destash it. But a couple of things happened. One, I've worn this and I see what all the hype is about the dress. There's so many things I love about it. I love where the waist hits. I love that it stands out. I did make some ties, but I love that it stands out away from my body and isn't close to my body. And that is so comfortable in our hot, humid summers here in the Charleston, South Carolina area. I went from feeling a little meh about this dress to really thinking I would like more than 2, maybe more than 3 of these. It is so nice to wear in our climate. So that was one thing. The other thing that had me rethinking the pattern was I really need to learn how to make these adjustments. This is not the first dress that has kind of pulled towards my back. I should learn how to fix that. I really do want to improve my sewing skills. And if I always take the lazy way out, I'm not going to get there. So my friend has offered to help me and I'm going to take her up on that. If you're interested, let me know in the comments below and I'll come out with a future video all about the adjustments to making the Lyra a better fit for me. To make this version more wearable, I pinched in 3/4 of an inch at the top of the cap and just eased around to the original seam line, basted it in, tried it on, liked the fit, think that's the best I could do with what I have now without totally starting over. I'm gonna enjoy this dress and I'm gonna learn how to make it fit me better. I've also been working on my Minerva Brand Ambassador make. There's no requirement for me to talk about it on my sewing channel, but I like to talk about everything that I'm working on. And it's using this Byzantium, kind of a Byzantine style fabric in this Ecover. So far, I've been loving working with this. I washed and dried it, no wrinkles. I was able to cut it out straight away without ironing. And I am making the Donny Shirt. I initially planned to make the Lyra dress. In part, this is why I was doing a toile of the Lyra in this fabric. I decided there are too many things I need to do to adjust to get a really good fit. And timing wise, I wanted to use this quickly. I don't want to wait another moment. So I'm making a Donny top out of this. And I have enough fabric left over because I had intended to make a dress. I think I'm going to make some flowy shorts. I'm planning on using the saguaro pants by Friday Pattern Company as a little mock-up, just do them shorter. I'm gonna have a look at the width of the leg to make sure that it's given off the look that I want. And I'm gonna have a little cord set. I'm really looking forward to getting that done. And I think I will have that finished early this week. Charlie's mother's not doing so well, so I plan to spend some time with her over the next couple of months, so my productivity will be a little slower in the sewing room. I probably will bring my sewing machine when I go up and visit, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to get as much done as I would if I were home in my sewing room. My big news is in October, I am going to the Charlotte Frocktails. So excited about it. I have wanted to go to Frocktails from early days. I think the first time I heard about a Frocktail was in 2020, and I thought, oh, I must go to one, and I'm finally making it happen. Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews messaged me and said, can I tempt you to go? And I was like, buying my ticket now. So I could use a little help from you. I am a little stumped on what to sew for myself. I have been discovering my style these last few months with a lot of reflection and sewing quite a few things that I found weren't really for me. I really do love kind of that romantic look. And you know I love a dress if you follow this channel. I'm looking for a dress pattern that just says effortlessly elegant. I know, that makes it really easy to suggest patterns, doesn't it? It's kind of one of those things, you know it when you see it. I'm looking for something that it would be appropriate to wear as a wedding guest or maybe just to church, to go out on a nice evening date with my husband maybe. I do love a pretty dress. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. I will say a few caveats. I don't want anything with thin straps or strapless because I need to be able to wear a sturdy supportive bra with it. And I'm going to need a dress that I can dance the night away. I love to dance, and whenever there's live music or DJ, I'm on the floor all night long. I am willing to try a big four pattern. I'm really looking for something pretty, beautiful, elegant, and I will give them a chance if it comes in my size range. So if you have any pattern suggestions, you know of a pattern sale for said suggestions, hit me up in the comment section below, and I'll see you soon.